Hey Natalia, do you have a quick 5 minutes?
Yeah, of course.
Let's go.
Bounce.
I'm from Russia. It's a bit more than 5 years. Yeah, so when I was 7 years old, I wanted to be like, I just played some games that my uncle brought on his build-up PC, and then yeah, so it was like adventure quest games, and then we played some Doom and some racing games with my father. So it was quite early that I started playing games, and then I knew that I wanted to be in game development. And then slowly I decided I wanted to find something like the easy way to get into an industry, and programming was the easiest for me. So I just went to study for that, and then slowly, yeah, I started. I did the bachelor degree on programming, and then master's degree on game development for programming as well. So, and then I worked in UK. On porting games, yeah, for Mac and Linux OS, and then I worked in Russia for mobile game development, and then I got here. Yeah, so in general, if you're a programmer, then you probably know that you just sit in front of the computer and read some text and write some text as well. But gameplay programmer it's a main focus, just like for any type of a programmer. Your main focus is on features for the games. So if you need to do, depending on how big the project is, if it's a small mobile game, then you probably do a lot of UI work. If it's a small indie game, you would probably do anything from artificial intelligence, like agents on a scene, or spawning some stuff, or yeah, player controls. But if you have AAA game, then you would be specialized on specific features. So if there is an inventory in the game, you would do that. If you would implement it. If there is some, I don't know, like if it's a building simulator and you need houses that have specific logic in them, you would do that. So gameplay programmer works together with the designer to implement a specific feature. Well, I think everyone thinks that gameplay programming is like dark magic, and it's almost but yeah, most of the time, since we help designers to implement the features, just by nature, we provide them with some tools, but we have an ability to see beyond it, right? So we have the code for a specific action. So if the designer only works with actions, the programmer can see, okay, this action actually does this, and this is wrong, okay, we need to remake it or something like that. So it's, yeah, it is dark magic only, like at very specific moments, but mostly it's just you reading what it does exactly, and you have that knowledge and that source that you can read. And again, gameplay programmer can be a sole, person who developed and designed a feature that could happen in a smaller project. But most of the time you work together, and even when you have like good functioning feature, if you add art and VFX and sound on it, it becomes like extremely great feature, right? So you can't really, when you look at games, most of the time I can tell how specific features are made. Like if you spend a bit more time, you can think of it, you can figure it out, but you can't really like, if you look at some characters, right, the way they're made, you can say, yeah, this is a cool character. But for the features, it's like, it's a combination of people who contributed to that, and gameplay programmers are part of that combination. Most of the time, because yeah, if you think hard enough, you could guess. and maybe based on engines that you've seen, and maybe based on games that you've seen. Sometimes, like, if you look how programmers play games, like if they do it for research, right, they try to break it to understand how it's done. So that's how you can find out how it's done. But yeah, working for so long in the industry, you can see why we don't get certain features in games right now, because you already, like, we tried it on our project and it was extremely difficult, and I'm like, yeah, I understand why nobody like does it to the end. Yeah. If it's a pivot, then if you're already a programmer, then it's probably nothing new for you. The only like specifics that it might be required from gameplay programmer is knowledge of exactly that, of the features that our modern games have, right, and how they are done. Because when it's mostly to collaborate more efficiently with designers. So if the designer tells you that, okay, I need a marker that shows a player there, where to go, and it has to go through the, through the level and show him exactly which door to go in. The programmer has to understand right away that, okay, that's what we need. Okay, how do I build a system that can support that feature? Because even if the designer doesn't tell you the full length, if you have the knowledge of the games that already have done it, then it's easier for you to build a system that's more flexible for this type of things. So yeah, like, look at the games from the research perspective, that's what I mean. And if you want to get in, then just, yeah, any programming course and any, like, play with engines that are available, Unity and Unreal. And now Gobo, I think, now is hip. So yeah, just try different engines, like, it doesn't matter, it will help you to understand how to build a game as well. Hi, I'm Natália Belova and I'm a gameplay programmer, and you can watch me on Ubisoft TV.